All right, web writing 101. So this is how you become a great digital writer. You want to use links, headlines to help with SEO, chunked text, bullets, lists and tables when you can, and labels on graphics and pictures. So we're going to go through each of these with examples. The clinicians and researchers are dedicated to providing exceptional patient care through the development and use of the latest and most important techniques for optimal patient care. I think we all know what it says, right? How can we make this a better web page? So we're going to learn a skill. You're going to learn to write like digital writers. Why links? Well, first of all, they improve SEO, right? The web was created as a linking system back and forth. So it really helps to articulate your credibility and authority if other people are linking to you and you link within your own organization. It helps users jump through the site and find the information that they're looking for. And it helps the stickiness of a site. And the stickiness of a site is how long people stay on the site and stay with the content. So if there are links and there are doorways for them to go through, they're going to explore the maze longer than they would if they came to a blank wall with no doorways. Rules for links. Don't put them in places where you'll lose the reader in conversation. You do this a lot. You put a link right on the first 3 or 4 words of a page. It's a link to the health library. Once I've used the site a few times, I learned that. But you're jumping people out of the conversation that you're trying to have with them. So you always want to make sure that you put links in places that flow normally for the conversation and that might indeed bring them back to that main page. For example, pituitary adenoma. You could say, learn more about pituitary adenomas from our health encyclopedia. They can either go there right now or they can look at it later when they want to learn more general information. Match links and page titles. So when you say learn more about pituitary adenoma, you want to make sure that the page name is pituitary adenoma. Google likes it when you do that. Use action words. Links should be 3 to 7 words long. So if they're longer than 7 words, it becomes overwhelming to have that much blue underline coming at you. If they're shorter than 3, sometimes it's hard for people to see.
Question.
Sure.
How do you feel about using action items as links? Like learn more about diabetes, mellitus.
So what I would do is I would do diabetes mellitus. I wouldn't do learn more about because you're linking to the page. The page isn't called learn more about diabetes mellitus. It's called diabetes mellitus. So I would put the actual hyperlink on those 2 words. Even though it's not 3 to 7, I think people will see that's a long enough term. Do you know what I mean? It has enough letters that it could be 3 words. Never use click here. Okay, so we never say click here. It gives you no SEO value at all, and it doesn't describe what the person is jumping to, right? Never make headlines links. So you don't want to put the links at the top where you're giving them a heading, because that's confusing for people. You want to use links to add depth to your site. So your site is very flat, really. It only goes down 4 layers, I think, right?
It's getting deeper.
It's getting deeper by the day. Okay, so you want to be smart about it. Remember, think about that inverted triangle. So you want to give people information, and they do need to drill down. And you want to save detailed information for pages that they can look at their leisure when they want to do more research. But when they're just trying to get the basic understanding, you want to keep them up at the top. Make sure active links are blue and visited links are purple, or whatever your style sheet, whatever the program is that you have running in the background of the website tells, but there should be a difference between links they've already jumped and links that they have not. And label links if they don't jump to a web page. So for example, if you're sending them to a document or a PDF, you want to put either a little Adobe icon of the PDFs. People know when they see that little picture of the Adobe symbol, that means they're going to a PDF, or you actually want to just write it out in text so that people know that they're not clicking to another web page. When you're clicking within your internal website, I assume that it stays within the same browser. When you leave, a new browser window opens up. That's best practices. It signals to people what's going on.